Standing in front of this modernist building here in the center of Dresden might lead you to believe it's just an art gallery or a museum, and that's exactly what its owners want you to think. But the reality is it's much, much more. This is the home of an ambitious project from Volkswagen designed to completely rethink traditional vehicle manufacturing and bring the consumer and the manufacturer closer than ever before. It's called the Transparent Factory, an experiment where customers purchasing one of VW's premium vehicles can customize and actually watch their cars manufactured right before their eyes. Oliver Winkers leads sales and marketing at Transparent Factory.
The Transparent Factory is the home of the Volkswagen Phaeton, our premium Volkswagen product, but as well is a specific and worldwide unique combination of factory process and on the other side customer and brand experience.
An experience that has gained global attention and begins and ends right here at the factory. So this is what the customers actually are seeing when they come here. Talk us through what happens here.
Okay. First of all, I think the key point is really to be aware that the Transparent Factory is much more than a factory, because for us it's important that we have a tailor-made customer program. So customers can come here to, for example, specify their car. So he understands and experiences the process from the first configuration until the production ends, and then he can pick up his car as well here in our house.
So is that something what we're seeing as an overall market trend, that people want to have their specific car?
Absolutely, especially in this premium segment where we are with the Phaeton as well, the customers don't want compromises. They appreciate the fact that they have an individual car which is absolutely following 100% their wishes and their requests.
But what's considered the most disruptive innovation happens here, at the center of the factory floor. As the biggest car manufacturer in Europe, VW sold more than 9.7 million cars in 2013. So you might not think that's the type of organization that's willing to completely rethink its production process. Well, think again. This is not like anything you've seen before. Gone is the stark, fluorescent lit production line, replaced with natural light, car bodies that are suspended from the ceiling, and a production line that spans over several floors, allowing the factory to exist in the center of the city. Now we're here at the production line. Perhaps talk us through what happens here. I mean, it's a very rare thing to see wooden floor in a car factory, isn't it?
Absolutely. And as well as in a really transparent factory, because the intention was to show all customers and visitors visiting our factory how much effort we're really spending in producing a high-end quality car. The painted body goes through this process on this conveyor belt here made of Canadian maple wood. And as well, we have under the wood about 60,000 magnets, and those 60,000 magnets are guiding our conveying and transportation system, which is helping us to put all the parts, for example, to bring the parts into the production line.
And the factory isn't only unique in its aesthetics and robotics innovation, but how it rethinks the monotony of traditional stationary production lines, an idea barely challenged in more than a century. So employees move with the production line essentially because it really moves very slowly, but it moves.
It moves, absolutely it does. And we have about 10 to 15 minutes of content which has to be done by the worker. This means as well we need to have really highly skilled and experienced workers. Therefore it's totally different to other mass manufacturing factories.
And the focus on the workers goes further, teaming up skilled labor with robotics that takes care of the heavy lifting. Let us talk a little bit about ergonomics. You were saying that's a huge issue or one of a dominant theme here also in the factory.
Correct, yeah. We want to make sure that our employees are really working in a nearly perfect environment, and therefore we have a lot of supporting systems. Here the worker can individually lift, for example, the car to the perfect height for him to work on. So he doesn't need to move, and he really can work in the perfect position for him in terms of health and ergonomics. Really, we want to keep our workers, our skilled workers, as long as possible, and because for us it's the intention to produce a high quality, reliable product, and therefore we need skilled workers, and we don't want to have too much fluctuation in our company.
Looking at all these people here, how many people work here in that factory?
All in all, we have roughly about 550 people, as well suppliers and partners supporting us as well, for example in the logistics process, but all in all about 550 people.
And that approach to creating a unique ecosystem around the manufacturing not only affects the workers and the customers, but also the broader community, with the factory playing host to cultural events.
We have a lot of concerts. We are supporting and are partners of the Semper Opera and of the Saxonian State Orchestra. They're performing as well here in the house, and it's for us a nice chance as well to invite guests from all over the world into our house and to experience the product and the brand and the transparent factory.
But what about the future? VW has deployed this new approach at the Dresden factory for several years now, but they still produce just 28 cars a day, and at around 70,000 euros, those cars aren't cheap. So the question becomes, will these ideas ever trickle through to their mainstream factories? So are there ideas here which could be transitioned into other parts of the company?
For sure, we are part of the Volkswagen group, so there is a strong exchange between the experiences. We have workers from here as well, so we're supporting sometimes other factories as well.
Meaning the day you could drive away with a similar, albeit more modest experience might be sooner than you think.